Oh man. I'm gonna put this over here. Put this over here. This crap out the way. Display. Mute that. Oh man. I know I've been gone for a while. Mm, 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 mm. Whew. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. GM just keeps showing why Dodge is dead. I saw this video yesterday about the Z01 and its top speed. Ouch. Like ouch. Like this is like I don't know, man. Like if Chevy can do this where they can have the Z01 go over 230 miles an hour, and you telling me that Dodge could bring back a Viper or make a Challenger go like 220 or a Charger go like 220 or something like that. Something's definitely wrong with Dodge. Like the people who are running Dodge definitely is not, American, which we all know for a fact now. But yeah, where's everybody at? Whew. Dodge should have definitely. Oh yeah, what's going on with Mars? Yeah, Mars. Dodge should have definitely kept the Viper. Hands down, Dodge should have kept the Viper. Like there's literally no question about that. And like I said, I know I've been gone for a few weeks. I had a death in the family, so I had to take some time from doing that, clear my head. But as I kind of alluded to the last few live streams, I had to deal with having deaths in my family because I had to deal with that with my uncle, and now I got to deal with it another time. So that's why I haven't really been making videos like that the past few months after everything got worse. So I'm gonna definitely get back into making videos and stuff. But it's I'm a like I think the last live stream I said I was gonna make a video for the next day, and the next day I know my uncle died. So it's like and then it's very significant for me when my uncle died because my uncle he was actually living with me. So yeah, so like I said, it's very tough to deal with, and like I said, this is not gonna be the last time I got to deal with this because I actually have two relatives that had to deal with cancer. One of them's gone. The next one, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but that's kind of why I've been gone for really the past couple of months. I haven't really made videos like that. I've made a couple here and there, but I haven't really gotten into like making videos. But oh yeah, here we go right here. Let me rewind this back. But yeah, but like I said, I'm definitely need to get back into making videos and stuff and get back into the flow of things. I just kind of like I said, taking time off to kind of get everything pretty much everything kind of like situated and stuff. But I definitely get back into making videos and stuff because at the end of the day, I use YouTube to keep my cars. If I'm not making YouTube videos, I can't really justify keep my cars. So like I said, I'm definitely gonna get into get my video stuff back out. I know a lot of people in the background message me. I talk to people in the background. I got a lot of stuff to catch up on, especially all this UAW stuff going on. Ram production moving to Mexico and stuff. So I definitely got a lot of stuff I gotta really catch up on. But appreciate you guys for all your thoughts. Like I said, I talked to a few guys in the background about what was going on. So yeah. But like I said, I'll definitely get back into the swing of things. But yeah, when I saw this yesterday, I was like, yeah, I definitely gotta make a video about the ZR1 going through this impressive feat of literally just embarrassing Dodge. I mean, it's a shame that Chevy can do this with the Corvette and Dodge cannot make a Viper. Now I did. Now there was a podcast that Ralph Giles came on. I think it came out yesterday too. So I think the same day this video right here came out is the same day I seen Ralph Giles out doing a podcast. And one of the things they asked him on that podcast was what was one things that he wanted the most that he couldn't get to go forward. And his answer was he could not get them to approve that he'll make a next generation Viper. And then literally the same day, this video right here pops out that the ZR1 is going over 230 miles per hour. And I'm just going like, this ZR1 just shows how backwards and how terrible that Stellantis is running Dodge to the ground. Like, this is just like, you cannot tell me that Dodge wouldn't have done this feat like this, like 230 miles per hour in a Viper before Chevy would have did this with a ZR1. And, you know, Chevy thought they were going to only do like, I was reading some articles about it. Chevy only thought they would do maybe like 215, 220 on it. But it's crazy they got this done. And I mean, honestly, if you go get a 2018 Demon and you use the race ECU in it, that car can do 215 miles per hour. So, you know, I was like, you know, maybe just maybe with the Demon 170, they could do maybe 220, 225 in the Demon 170. But with the Mickey Thompson tires and all that crap, like, I don't know why the Mickey Thompson tires wasn't just like an option and really just put an option on just carbon fiber wheels and be done with it. But it's just crazy how Chevy can just do this with the ZR1, and it just like every time they come out with a new variant, it just shows how the guys running Dodge is just out of touch. Like Chevy is making vehicles that customers want, and not even just Chevy, right? Like one of the other things I was looking at the other day was looking at an Escalade V, and I'm like, man, like, what is wrong with Stellantis and not making a 700 horsepower SUV, right? Because they could have easily had dropped the Hellcat engine into like a Wagoneer or a Grand Wagoneer and made a 700 horsepower Grand Wagoneer to compete head on with an Escalade V, but they won't do that. So it's like, what in the world is these Europeans thinking? Like, that's why they should have had it to where once Mike Manley left from being the head of Stellantis North America, Mike Manley's job should have been replaced by somebody like maybe Tim Kuniskis. Tim Kuniskis should have been promoted to head of North America. That way he can oversee all the American brands. And, you know, I think we could pretty much say that Tim Kuniskis has a way better understanding of the North American market. But, well, he has a way better understanding of the North American market than Carlos Tavares does. Because, you know, as I said in other videos and live streams, there's nothing coming down the pike from Stellantis that's going to turn around the crap they got going on. There's like literally no desirable vehicles. Like almost every marquee vehicle that Stellantis makes has appeared on the worst selling list in America. I mean, you had the Ram 1500 on there at one point in time, the Ram 2500 on there, you had the Ram 3500 on there, you had the Hornet is always on there, you had the Challenger on there at one point in time, you had a Charger on there at one point in time, you have what the Wagoneers and the Grand Wagoneers on at one point in time. I mean, I want to say I think the Grand Cherokee was on there at one point in time, like for 1 month. But it's like, I don't think we've ever seen a brand have so many vehicles on the worst selling list than Stellantis. I don't even think it's even close. Can you please say Sticky Mickeys? Yeah, Sticky Mickeys. Like I know Demonology loves saying Sticky Mickeys. That's where I got the terminology from, Sticky Mickeys. But yeah. I said it's just crazy. And then this right here, the dude, let me see, where the dude at? That dude right there. He is literally the president of GM, and he actually took that vehicle on the record run for that vehicle. I mean, that's crazy. Like GM is like literally showing how an American company should be ran. Like you got the actual president of the company doing the top speed run. Like I don't even think, other than the Ford CEO, was that Jim Fairley? Because I know he ran in one of the race cars and took laps in it. And then you got the president of GM, he running around in this car doing a top speed run. Like Stellantis won't do that. Like you'll never see Carlos Tavares in one of these vehicles trying to do some kind of run. But it's like there's no vehicle that they have that's going to compete on this level, right? There's like no vehicle that can compete on the level of GM. Like GM is just showing that they are a way better ran company. Like let's say what you got the ZR1 top speed run. You got with the Mustang GTD, that's like I mean, I'm pretty sure that doesn't have a Nürburgring record yet, but I'm pretty sure once that vehicle actually goes to Nürburgring, it's going to do some very impressive numbers for a Mustang. But you had these guys put out these crazy over the top vehicles, and the best that Stellantis could do was the Demon 170, and that was a letdown. I mean, like I said, I love my Demon 170 for what it is. Like Demon 170 is definitely like, I would say the Demon 170 is not exactly the best Challenger model made. I would say that maybe the Red Eye is maybe the all around the best Challenger version made of pretty much all the trims of the Challenger, because at least with a Red Eye, right, you can, put regular wheels and tires on it and you can go do top speed runs. You can go put drag slicks on it and you can still go run down the track in it, right? So the Red Eye is more versatile. So I would say overall, I think the Red Eye is probably like the best package that the Challenger came in, but you can't deny how powerful the D170 is. But it just, the rollout of it, and it kind of seemed like the D170 was kind of rushed. It was just kind of pushed out, and they didn't exactly get it exactly how they wanted. Because like I said, I was told by Dodge, they didn't want to have a governor on there. So the D170 could have did maybe 215, 220, whatever. But because of crap going on in the background, they couldn't exactly release it how they wanted to. Then you got people who necessarily couldn't get carbon fiber wheels and all this stuff. So yeah, so much stuff going on, and all the mixed marketing and all that crap, that it's kind of made the D170 kind of like a letdown. But then you have like I said, you got this right here. You got Chevy releasing a mid-engine Stingray. Then you got a couple years later, you have the E-Ray. Then you have the Z06. Then you have the ZR1. And then we know there's going to be a hybrid ZR1 coming. It's going to be the Zora. So you got all these different crazy trims. And it's like all Dodge could do in the same time period is basically just release D170, and that was it. Like, it's just crazy how, these guys are just making all these crazy desirable vehicles that they know that their customers want, right? I mean, like even my Z06, for example, I got sitting outside, like that is a great vehicle with literally 400 horsepower less than my D170. It's like, it's like that, like if I didn't have a Demon 170, the Z06 would probably be like the best car that I could think that's like, in terms of what you can get for it and the power you can utilize in that car. The Z06 is a great vehicle, and it's 400 horsepower less than a Demon 170. And it's like, when I'm in that car, I'm like, damn, I really like this car. And I can only imagine how awesome a ZR1 is going to be. And then I'm going like, in the back of my head, every time I sit in my Z06, I'm going like, what in the world was Dodge thinking, or really Stellantis thinking, and not approving a next generation Viper? Like there should have been like once the Stingray came out and we saw how much those Stingrays were in demand, and then every single version of the Corvette in demand, Stellantis should be like, hey, we're gonna take the MC20, we're gonna make it cheaper, we're gonna put a V8 in the daggone thing, release for the American market. Okay, done. Like honestly, that'd be the quickest way to get a Viper back into production. If they take the MC20, dumb it down, and then make it do dunks over the Stingray, and then there you go. But oh yeah, the 2018 Demon and D170 is the best from Mopar in my opinion. Yeah, like I mean, honestly, I would say I think the 2018 Demon is the best version, right? But I mean, I never driven one, so. But I mean, just from looking at all the stats from the 2018 Demon, it's probably, like I said, the best version because I mean, you can take it to the drag strip, you go 200 miles per hour in it, you can do a wheelie in it. I mean, there's really not much else you can do. So it's like that was the pinnacle. But I mean, was it really that Dodge was handicapped by Stellantis to not let them actually make variants, like more variants that wasn't just limited to a drag strip? Because I mean, like I said, the Red Eye is awesome, but I mean, why couldn't the Red Eye, get 900 horsepower or 1,000 horsepower, right? Why couldn't the Red Eye, its final year, get stage kits pre-installed to have like almost 900 horsepower in it, right? So it's like there's a lot of stuff that Dodge could have done to kind of like, push these cars into like a different category, but I don't know, man. It just Stellantis is just jacked the prices up so bad, and they just made the brands just so undesirable. Because, like I said, I left the other day to go look at a Escalade V, and I'm going like, why didn't they just put a Hellcat engine in a Grand Wagoneer to compete with the Escalade V? The Escalade V is like. That is like a vehicle that a lot of people are looking at. They're like, I've only found in 100 miles around my house, I only found 2 Escalade Vs in 100 miles, and both of them are used. It's like, it's hard to find an Escalade V anywhere, but I can find hundreds of Wagoneers near me because no one wants those Wagoneers. I mean, just in the last 5 years, the only things that came out in the last 5 years I can think of Stellantis that I would actually want is a TRX, a Demon 170, a Red Eye, and that's literally it. Like, there's literally no other vehicle from Stellantis that I would want. But in the last 5 years from like GM, I mean, heck, you got the what you call the CT5V Blackwing. That's an awesome sedan. You can get that in a manual too if you want one. You got the you got multiple versions of the Corvette depending on what your price range is. I mean, you got Stingray, you got E-Ray for all-wheel drive, you got the Z06, you got a ZR1. I mean, you got an Escalade V. I mean, you literally got like that's 6 right there. I'm going like, and then like Ford is like, I mean, I don't think that they really have it in their coattails is just the Mustang, but at least the Mustang came out with a new version of it. They had more power, and they had the Dark Horse that came out with more power, and then they came out with a supercharger kit to throw in more power. I know I read somebody's comment. Let me go look back up. But yeah, oh yeah, Zap said they got tired of paying Elon Musk for his credits, and honestly, that's what freaking like I don't know if there was any discussions in the background, but honestly, FCA should have tried to merge with Tesla or come out with an agreement with Tesla, right? We'll buy your like definitely like or maybe do like some kind of technology exchange, right? Instead of going to Europe and literally ruin the brand. Like I'm going like the last like 4 or 5 years, I'm going like someone partnering with Tesla would be basically like a great partnership, right? Because I mean, if you think about it, Stellantis, I mean, FCA didn't have any really hybrids back then or any electric vehicles back 5 years ago. So if they would partner with Tesla and just got a couple of little different pieces of technology, or have Elon Musk to basically do like a what you call it when 2 companies agree? I forgot exactly what you call it, but they could have at least gotten to a partnership to have Tesla help develop their EV platforms to make it cheap, efficient, or maybe even just have Tesla manufacture the stuff for them, and then in exchange they will buy emissions credits from them, or maybe at a cheaper rate. But I mean, even with them paying credits off, the company still made money. It just they was at a point back then 5 years ago that they didn't have the money to go invest in all this EV nonsense, and then they just threw billions of dollars at it, and now all of a sudden, 5 years later, the government going like, well, we wanted you guys to have EV mandates, but we're going to just hold off for now. Like we're going to rescind some of the stuff back. We're going to basically, like, you know, drop some of the emission standards that we have down. And depending on who becomes president, he might just reverse all that crap, even get rid of the EPA. So, like once Mike Manley signed on the dotted line to Stellantis to sell them, basically sell FCA to Stellantis, because like there definitely was not a merger equals. You're never a merger equals if the other party makes you drop your name and then you're not the CEO of the entire company, right? That's basically like FCA was the wife and Stellantis was the husband, and the husband made the wifey drop their last name. That's basically what basically that merger was. And so the wifey had to basically just drop everything and go be basically, I wouldn't necessarily say a trophy wife, but one of those wives that just sit to the side and don't say nothing. So like I say, it just I'm telling you, man, Chevy is just showing how if you get the wrong partner, your partner can make your company go down the drain. And it only took like, what, 4 years? It only took 4 years for this company to become trash. Like I said, in the same time period of 4 years, GM that had so many freaking hits come out. And it is a shame that Stellantis held Dodge back. Because like I said, I'm gonna go, and when I make a video, I'm gonna show you guys this clip where Ralph Giles said he tried to fight so hard to get a Viper to come back. And like I said, honestly, a smart move to me is once you saw a mid-engine Stingray come out, it should have been approved within 2 years to come out with a V8 Viper. Like it had to even be a V10 Viper. It can be a V8 Viper. I mean, you got freaking Huracans going to V8s now. I mean, not the Huracan, with the Huracan replacement is now a twin turbo V8. What the Ferrari SF90 is a hybrid V8. Like all these exotic companies are going to V8s. They're keeping their V12s and some of their higher end models. But heck, if you got exotic car companies now going down to V8s, I'm pretty sure a Viper can go from a V10 to a V8 and be just fine. But oh man, like, so like, you know, all the crap going on with basically like this stuff going on with all these price hikes to pay for this EV nonsense. That's basically why this company Stellantis is basically has some of the worst selling vehicles in America. They just basically just hiked all the prices up way higher, because that's another thing I'm gonna pull up from another video I saw from, I want to say, I think it was either NBC or CNBC. They did a story on how Stellantis fell so fast and so far, and one of the reasons is because they hiked the prices up higher than the industry average. I think they hiked the prices up almost double the rate of literally everyone else. And the quick, easy answer for that crap was because they needed to pay for all those EV platforms. Like those EV platforms on paper, it sounded nice, but then someone, I guess Carlos, made a decision where like, okay, well, we're gonna make these new seller platforms, but instead of coming out with engines in those vehicles first, we're gonna come out with EVs first, and then maybe as a CYA, we'll be like, well, you know, we'll come out with the engine in them second. You know, just in case something bad happens, right? But that's the whole problem with the new next gen Charger. Like you got, like other than GM dropping the Camaro and not coming out with a new Camaro to actually compete with the Mustang, I think that's one of GM's biggest mistakes, that they haven't made a new Camaro, because now the C8 Corvette, all the different trims are getting to such a higher price point that it's going to make all these other versions unaffordable, right? Because the Z06, the one I got, is $160K for 600 horsepower. I mean, I'm pretty sure that GM could have made a $80K Camaro to have around the same amount of horsepower as the Z06, and people would have bought it, because not everybody can fit in a Camaro for one daggone thing. And then when it lost its competitor with the Challenger and Charger bowing out with V8s, like honestly, GM should have basically extended the Camaro at least for a year or two to see if they pick up any customers who's going to be abandoned in Dodge. So, like I said, other than that, you know, GM should have kept the Camaro around for a little bit longer. And once it and then Dodge, like, I mean, it's just crazy how they just went so they invested billions of dollars into making these platforms, but they even want to even invest millions of dollars into upgrading the V8, because all they had to do was make a smaller V8. Because I'm going like, dude, like they could have easily took the 5.7 that they got rid of, took the 5.7, redesigned it, make it more efficient, make the 5.7 get 500 horsepower. Because I see what you say right there, Demonology, that the Dark Horse is crap for horsepower. And you know, I went and rode one in Scottsdale, Arizona at Barrett-Jackson on like a skid track. 500 horsepower, and as light as it is, it's actually not that bad. Like, but the beautiful thing is you can go to Ford Performance and you can get a supercharger kit to turn that 500 horsepower Dark Horse into like 800 horsepower. So there are options there, but as I was saying, like GM is just showing, and Ford showing too, because like I said, Ford has a supercharger kit for the V8. So these two companies are still keeping the V8s around, and then you just see how much that Stellantis is falling off. Like the Durango Hellcat is not going to save Dodge. Like I said, there's no vehicle in Dodge's lineup that's going to save them within the next 5 years. The only thing that's going to save the next 5 years is they put a V8 in that new Charger. And that new Charger, like I said, I don't particularly like the style of it. I think that Charger is like the ugliest car out there right now. It's like it look like a Tesla with a fake Dodge badge on it. So, man, like I said, I would rather buy a Mustang than buy that new Charger, because like I'm saying right here, you got GM basically keep upping the bar on this Corvette. Like here they go, you know, pursuing records. Like this is gonna be like the fastest Corvette ever. It's 230 some horsepower. I mean, not 230 horsepower, but over 230 miles per hour top speed. You're like literally beating supercars with that, right? You're beating like the SF90. You're beating like a 911 Porsche. You're beating like a 720 McLaren. Like you're literally up there with a Bugatti from a Corvette. And the best Dodge can do as a follow-up to the Demon 170 is to come out with an electric Charger that's not even faster than a Tesla, right? The freaking new Charger is 6,000 pounds, 670 horsepower, 80-something thousand, and they had a top speed of 130 miles an hour, right? It can't even beat the Demon 170 in top speed. Like this is how these guys are thinking with these next gen cars. Like this is like the stupidest thing ever. Like, I mean, I say I don't, you know, I'm pretty sure if I asked the right people within Dodge, who in the world thought that this Scat Pack Charger was such a great idea? Oh man, like for one thing, they shouldn't call it a Scat Pack. An $80-something Scat Pack just doesn't even sound right. It sounds like a dealership basically did a markup on a regular 50-60 grand Scat Pack, which already crazy to say a 60 grand Scat Pack when a regular Hellcat was only like, you know, was only what, 60-some thousand, $65,000, what, 4 or 5 years ago. But like I said, it just, I'm telling you, man, it just crazy, man. Because I'm like, that's what I'm going, like, you know, I don't see no hope for Dodge the next 5 years. Like, especially you have these guys keep coming out with all these, you know, things they're doing with gasoline engines, and they're still pushing the bar. Like that right there is freaking impressive. Like the thing that Dodge cannot come out with a Viper, and what the C8 Corvette, but that's what, 2019. So five years, Dodge cannot get a Viper approved in 5 years. And the ZR1, I guarantee you, no one's gonna be able to get a ZR1. Maybe other than a handful of people is gonna get a ZR1 with probably at least 20, 30, 40, $50,000 markup on that car. Like this car right here is going to be like, I mean, if we thought the D170 markups was bad, like I can only imagine how bad the markup's going to be on the ZR1. Like I mean, because I don't see guys going to buy this car right here and then turn around and try to get out of these cars. Like like I said, I've been going for a few weeks, but I still have plenty of people who hit me up going like, "Oh, is D170 a good thing to buy? I don't want to worry about the engine blowing up, blah blah blah." Or like, I want to get out my D170. I paid 200 grand for it, but they're not bringing but 160K at auction. Like like the values of the D170s that just dropped so bad because it just the whole aura around this car had just, I don't know, man. Like it's crazy to see how bad the D170 has gotten. And it's not like, videos that me, TK, OC have made to basically think that one of us is the reason why that the D170 value has just failed. Like the D170 hasn't been out a year yet, and it already done cratered in prices, right? Like this time last year, like some of the first people got the D170s and they were paying over $200,000 for it. And here we go a year later, and you can go on literally any auction site. You can go on eBay, you can go on Bring a Trailer, whoever, Cars and Bids, whoever, and you'll barely see these things bring 160 to 180s. So you got people who still stuck in D170s that can't get out of their cars because people aren't buying it. And I guarantee you, like, I don't see a way that these ZR1s are going to drop in price anytime soon, because you literally have like all the boxes ticked with this car. You got one of the most powerful V8 cars ever made, period. You got one of the highest top speeds ever, period, in an American car. Oh man, like the 0 to 60 is not revealed yet, but I could have sworn I read somewhere from an engineer where they said the 06 is probably gonna be the same thing as the Z06. And so that's around like 2.4, 2.5, maybe 2.6 seconds just because of the traction. So you literally have this car going to fire on all cylinders. Like everything that GM has done has basically is a marketing home run for this car. Like every time there is an actual announcement of something about this car, it is doing something amazing. And it seems like every time we turn around with the D170, it's getting worse and worse and worse. False advertising, engines blowing up. I mean, I have no doubt some engines are going to blow up for the ZR1, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be as bad as D170, because even with the Z06, I can go look at my Z06 right now. I can open the lid on the rear, and I can see exactly who hand built my engine. You can't say the same thing for any Dodge engine, especially ones that's making 1,000 horsepower. D170 engine, from as far as I know, because I asked a couple of journalists who assembled the D170 engine, and as far as everyone knows, it was assembled just regular, just right down the regular assembly line. Like honestly, that car should have been the engine for the D170 should have been assembled by a professional engine builder who follows the tightest tolerances. And we see with, honestly, I think they kind of cut corners. I think Stellantis cut corners with assembling this engine, especially when they changed the spark plugs at the last minute. But we see how cutting corners have led to a lot of engine failures, because as I said in other videos, I have videos of these engines that are blown where you can shake the main caps and those main caps are like loose. From the factory, they're loose and the engines blew up, right? I've got videos of where like the cranks are snapping. Like somebody grabbed the flex plate and wiggling the flex plate back and forth, and you can hear the crank just tick, 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 tick. I got videos of this stuff. I just want to release it because you will really have a lot of crap on your hands if I actually showed those videos that these techs are providing people. But oh man, it's like GM is just giving a masterclass on how you should reveal a vehicle and how you should take your time. Because I mean, we've seen spy photos and videos of the ZR1 probably the last like what 2-3 years testing, and like even now there's spy photos and videos of the Zora testing, and we know that car been testing since last year, and there's no way they're gonna reveal the Zora within the next maybe 2-3 years. They're gonna reveal the Zora, and so that's like 4 or 5 years worth of testing, and we didn't see any D170s testing until 2 years ago. So you can see the lead time that Chevy is doing for the engineering time to make sure that their Corvettes are firing all cylinders. Like we saw Z06s testing for a long period of time, and there's not really a lot of issues with the Z06. Like I know the Z06, I've seen some issues where transmissions are blowing. I've seen there's an actual bulletin out there with one of the pulleys on the Z06 engine is making like vibration sounds. That's actually one thing I got going on with my car. But it's not like the engine is blown, right? Transmission blowing is a lot easier of a fix than having the engine blow up on you. So I don't think I've really seen any Z06 engines blowing. I don't think I've really seen that many Stingray engines blowing. Like I haven't really seen like anyone have concern that that's blowing. I think I've seen transmissions blowing, but other than that, I mean, heck, the biggest controversy is like all these engines are blowing from Stellantis. Like it doesn't have to even just be the D170 engines blowing, right? You got these Hurricane engines who I've had dealers. Like I got dealers contacting me, right? I got dealers in Texas, I got dealers in California. They telling me they're getting Ram 1500s with a Hurricane engine in them, and the daggone things don't start. Like they won't turn on. They're waiting for parts to get the freaking things to work, right? So it's like, you got the D170 engines, they're blowing. People are concerned about them. Then you got the next gen engines, they're either not starting or whatever. And I've raised that concern in a video, how these engines don't even have dipsticks in them and crap. They're like they're pushing 30 pounds of boost in a tiny engine. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be very good for Stellantis the next few years. Like there's really nothing these guys can do that's going to basically turn things around. Hold on, what somebody says. Depends on the economy. Prices appear to be sluggish at auctions. Oh, hey, well, John Claude, like even in a bad economy, people are still gonna spend money on cars. I mean, heck, wasn't there just what was that, $2 million, something like that? That someone spent on a freaking on a '69 Charger Daytona, right? I mean, the economy was bad last year. Like the economy's been bad for the last, we'll say 2 years. That still didn't stop people from spending over $200,000 for a Demon 170. Let's see. John Claude, matching serial number 2018-23 Demon. The pair sold for $265,000. Yikes. That's bad. I mean, that's basically $130,000 per car. That's not that good. That's not that good. Some people done bought their Demons for $250,000 just for the one car, right? And you talking about you got a Demon 170 and a 2018 Demon together? How much did Goldberg sell his Demon 170 matching pair for? Was it like 300,000? Oh. I can't remember. I was actually right there on the stage. Did it sell for 275? I can't remember. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Goldberg's Demons sold for 275, and that's crazy. That is crazy. And like I said, I was right there when it actually sold too. Is the video up here? Oh. Let me back up. So Goldberg, there we go. Oh, hold on. Let me zoom in. Who's that right there? There goes Butter the Insider right there. I was right there on stage when Goldberg Demon sold. There I go right there. Ponytail, New York hat, and all. I should have I forgot to make a video about that. I was actually on there. I know a few of you guys know that I was actually on there when his demon sold. And oh, there I go right there. I forgot who that girl was. But yeah, I met Rav like there's a guy who has a picture of like, I wish that guy would have contacted me, but there's a guy who has a picture of me and Ralph Giles holding that last call flag up, like when we was down in the section where the where I was where the cars turn around to come into the actual building. So somebody has a picture of me and Ralph Giles. Like I don't know where. Like I thought the guy who did that photo actually worked for Barrett-Jackson and stuff. And like I gave him my Instagram handle, but he never reached out to me to actually give me that photo with me and Ralph Giles. Like I wish I could get that photo, but yeah, there I go. There I go right there. And I was actually live streaming on my phone right there. And I met Goldberg. There goes there goes Goldberg's son. He didn't want to play for Colorado, and there goes Goldberg's wife right there. She was pretty nice when I met them. But yeah, that was back in January when I met Goldberg and stuff, and I was right there on the stage. But yeah, like I mean, I thought back then when those Demon 170s were going to sell from Goldberg, I thought those cars were going to easily hit $400,000, $200,000 a piece. Cause he had both those cars had less than 10 miles on them. I'm going like those cars got to sell $400,000, and then they didn't even do that crap. I was like, oh my goodness, like it's like I know some people blame me back in January for Demon 170 value going down because I did the video about the Dodge dealer taking the Demon 170 from the U.S. soldier who was actively deployed. So some people blame me back then for me dropping the value, but I'm going like Dodge did it to themselves because for one thing, they didn't try to control these dealers who was doing this nonsense and trying to play games with people and trying to actually, get these Demon 170s. The whole nonsense, all that price gouging crap, Dodge didn't do anything to police these daggone dealerships. And so like I think that had a negative effect. And then just the fact that I mean we didn't see the Charter Daytona yet, but we knew that they was going to drop V8s and all that crap. So Dodge literally didn't do themselves any favors with follow up on their platform. I think that girl right there, I think her dad is the guy. Oh man, I can't remember. I know she's a daughter of somebody who's pretty big in the car scene. I can't remember her name. But yeah, I got a picture of Raph Giles. I know that's AZ Demon on freaking Instagram. That's Mark Trussell. He's still there at Dodge. So I met all of them. There's a few other Dodge people there. Like I know. Let me fast forward. Bump Trussell. Let me zoom forward. Where is? Because I was standing beside one of the guys who was. Yeah, they don't have a good clip of it, but I was standing beside one of the guys who engineered the Demon 170, who worked on the Demon 170 program. Oh, they called a little bit of me right here. Oh yeah, I was standing right there with the flag right there. Yeah, they didn't. But yeah, like I said, there I go right there. But yeah, I know I was standing beside one of the engineers. I don't see where he's at in his photo. But yeah, one of the engineers who worked on D170, he was there, and I was talking to him about it. But yeah, I mean, like, this is literally like, you know, like I said, like, I don't see Dodge getting really any better anytime soon. I mean, you got D170s that can't sell in a pair, get $3,000-$4,000 in a pair, and these cars had less than about 10-15 miles on them a piece, and they don't sell about $400,000. And this is like Goldberg's personal car, and he gave you literally all the accessories. Because the guy right here beside me, he's holding up the he had the box for the parachute handle. So Goldberg gave all the accessories for the D170 with the purchase of these cars. So whoever got these two cars got a very good deal, because Goldberg gave up every accessory, and he gave up a helmet, and he gave up his one of his racing suits. And he had the car signed by him, Ralph Giles, and Mark Trussell. So, like I said, like, this is just how crazy this crap is. Like, I guarantee you, there are gonna be guys that are gonna spend almost $300,000 on a ZR1. And these D170, this D170 and 2018 Demon, this pair could not even break $300,000. But I guarantee you, somebody's gonna pay $300,000 for a daggone Corvette. I guarantee it's gonna happen. Like heck, even when the serial number 001 of the 01 comes out, because I already know the old crappy Rick Hendrick's gonna buy he's gonna buy that serial number 001. I already know he's gonna do that crap. He probably gonna spend $500,000 on buying that car. Like, that's just literally what he does all the time. So yeah, like I said, I just don't see what in the world that Dodge is going to be able to do that's actually going to move the needle that will bring people back into the brand. Like, there's literally nothing I don't see them able to do. So there we go. But yeah. What's up, Jayla? How much have you missed? Well, basically, I was explaining why I haven't really been on here in the last few weeks. One of my family members had died. My uncle died just last week, so I've been taking time since then. Then I got another family member that's gonna basically have a sad moment like that. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. But then I was basically all that I was talking about was how the ZR1 is now going to go over 230 something miles per hour, and it's just crazy how in like almost 5 years of having the C8 Corvette platform, Dodge could not get approved a Viper replacement, or even with just the D170. Like, we couldn't have a top speed Challenger. Like, I'm pretty sure we could have easily gotten a Challenger that can go over 220 miles per hour, right? I mean, especially with like 1,000, like if a 2018 Demon with 840 horsepower can go 215 miles per hour, with another like 840, 940, 180 horsepower, I'm pretty sure that if they put that power in like a red eye, that I'm pretty sure that a red eye could probably go 230, maybe 225. I'll say 225. So I'm just saying that, you know, there's nothing that Dodge is going to be able to pull off in the next 5 years. It's going to bring people back to the brand. Like, there are just so much overflow vehicles within this brand. When I just within the brand on the dealership lots, like every Dodge dealership lot I've seen is overfilled to capacity. So it's like, and I saw an article, I think 2 days ago, was saying that Stellantis' big idea is they're basically going to just reduce the number of shipments that they send to the dealerships. That way they run out of inventory. Like, that's Stellantis' big plan. We're going to reduce shipments in Q3. And then that way by Q4, since we gave you less cars, people are going to buy more of the old cars, and then your inventory levels should come back to normal. But the problem is, a lot of these cars are 2023s. And people are starting to bring 2025 cars on the lots. So when people go get financed, the bank is not going to finance these cars as new cars. They're going to finance these cars as used cars. So people are going to have to pay more money to get a car financed. So people aren't going to buy that daggone car. So, and then I'm going like, even with the Charter Daytona, $80,000 for a Charter Daytona, and then some of these dealers are going like, oh yeah, we're going to charge a markup on it. Like, people aren't going to buy that crap. Like, you can easily go buy a Tesla with no haggling, all this other nonsense. You go buy you a freaking Tesla, and it will smoke that Charter Daytona handily, right? You can go buy a Model 3 Performance, and it's still gonna be cheaper than a Charter Daytona Scat Pack, and it will smoke that car, right? I mean, you can go and buy, and like I said, that's just a Model 3 Performance. That's not even a Plaid. Like, we don't even talk about the Plaid yet. And I'm going like, when Dodge decides to bring out that Banshee, oh, that Banshee going to destroy by a Plaid. Like, there's no way that Banshee's going to beat a Plaid. No way. If the Scat Pack gets murdered by a Tesla Model 3 Performance, it's over. It's over. And plus, what the Model 3 Performance was just redone. I think what the Plaid was last redone, 2-3 years ago? So there's nothing to say that if Stellantis tries to make the Banshee, 13, 14 horsepower or whatever, because I think I did like the math, they can make the Banshee theoretically up to like 1,326 horsepower. So if they make the Banshee 1,300 horsepower, they give it enough power to beat a Plaid, I'm pretty sure Elon Musk can turn the Plaid up to 1,200 horsepower and just decimate it on the Tesla Model S Plaid. Like, I'm pretty sure he could do that crap and destroy it. And so, like the RT is not even like, it's not even worth it you talk about the RT. The RT definitely looks like they did a lot of cost cutting, because I was watching I think I saw some photos from Mopar Insiders where they were showing that the RT Charger is basically just a watered down version of the Scat Pack. Like, they literally cut a lot of corners, a lot more plastic in that thing. The seats are different. They're like more cheaper looking seats. Like I said, more plastic in the freaking thing, more manual stuff in that car. So it's like, and that thing is still 60 grand. Like, I even went to, like I said, when I went to the Chevy dealership, I saw that they had a Silverado, one of Silverado EVs. And I think that Silverado EV was almost 70 grand or 80 grand, somewhere around there. And the whole interior was nothing but cheap plastic panels. Even like the frunk with that cheap plastic grill, that thing was almost $80,000. I'm going like, these automotive companies have lost their freaking mind. Like, I mean, it was just so ridiculous how these guys are spending so much money on these daggone EV vehicles, and they have to basically cut corners by giving you cheap plastic crap quality. And it's like, I was looking at the daggone Cybertruck. I'm like, man, the Cybertruck is just so simple, clean, and way more affordable. And they would just run circles around that crap. Nobody wants a full-size Ram pickup truck with just a 6-cylinder engine. People still want that 5.7 Hemi V8. Yeah, and as I was saying earlier, I got dealers telling me that a lot of those Hurricane trucks are broke. Like, they're not starting. They're lemons. Like, I've had people tell me that they had to lemon some of their Hurricane Ram trucks because the dang old things don't work. Like, I think I've seen a couple of them running around here, and it was just so hilarious that I couldn't even hear the freaking thing driving when it drove past me. And then it's like, when somebody got on it, I'm like, what the fudge? That's a Ram truck? Like, come on, man. Like, even the EcoBoost sound a little bit better than that crap. But it's like, people. I mean, people, even when people bought the Pentastar version of the Ram truck, it still sounded decent, right? But I mean, it just crazy how far this company has fallen down these last few years. And like I said, the Corvette platform is basically just a prime example of how you can, if you let engineers do what they need to do to make a very great vehicle, it'll just take care of itself. And it's like, like they have a Corvette for every price category, right? And what the lowest trim of the Corvette is 500 horsepower. What, 60 grand? Then you step up to around 100 grand. That you can get like an E-Ray and like a Z06. Then you're probably gonna be able to step into almost 200 grand to get you a decent option ZR1. So you got a Corvette already from 600 to 200 grand, not 600, but $60,000 to $200,000. But then in order to get a performance Challenger, you're either 60, well, hell, not even performance Challenger, like a freaking, well, yeah, a freaking Scat Pack now is in the mid 60s. So I mean, you got Scat Packs cost more than mid-engine Corvettes, and that's the great part. So like I said, they just kind of lost their way, and I'm like, like I was saying, like if Tim Kniss was actually like the head of FCA North America or Stellantis North America once Mike Manley left, I think the brand would have been in a lot better position. Like he should have been able to look, American market, customers want V8s. You see what Ford is doing. They're keeping V8s in the Mustang. Mustangs are selling. You see GM is doing. They're keeping V8s in the Cadillac cars, the Cadillac trucks, the full size SUVs. They're keeping it in the Corvettes. Those things are selling. Like what GM full size vehicles, I think some of the best selling SUVs. Like literally everywhere you turn, there's a GM full-size SUV. Like I see Tahoes, Suburbans, Yukons, Denali's, Escalades. I see them suckers everywhere. And that's why it made me want to go grab an Escalade V, because the Escalade V is like a very, very like sexy sounding thing. Like, hold on, let me play this clip. You do a remote start? Yeah. Like, that's an Escalade V. Like, that literally sounds like one of the commercials that Dodge did for the I want to say, wasn't that commercial where they had the all those Chargers in the warehouse and they go on like eeny meeny miny mo, and that white Charger at the end cranked up? That literally what the Escalade V sound like. It sound like a freaking like a Charger, like Hellcat or Red Eye, whichever one it was in the end of that video. That's what it sounded like. It literally the exact same sound, and that's how the Escalade V sounds. And I'm going like, dude, like, I mean, that thing sounds awesome, but I mean, what SUV can you buy right now from Stellantis that's going to basically fill that void? You can't go buy a Wagoneer now because none of them suckers have Hemis in them at all, period. They both got Hurricanes in them, and they're the worst selling vehicles in America. You can't go buy a Grand Cherokee. Those vehicles, hell, they won't even put a, I mean, like, I don't know why they got rid of the Trackhout. They should have just made a next gen Trackhout, because it's not like the SUVs and trucks don't have emissions exceptions in order to, get them to pass. But I mean, they just kind of lost their way. That this is that these guys are just out of their freaking minds. That they should just let Tim Kniss be the head of North America. Let him, call the shots. And I guarantee if he would have Hellcated the Wagoneer and stop this nonsense of making a TRX like $120,000 for literally the same exact vehicle that was on sale since the first year of the TRX was 2021. Where's my window sticker at? What was the first year of the TRX? Was that 2021? Where's my window sticker? I can't remember. Is it over there? No. Where's my window sticker at? I just had my window sticker. But yeah, I'll just say the TRX first year of 2021, and that sucker was what hell, mine, it was $69,000 base price, and now within 5 years, and it having literally no upgrades. It was like $120 some thousand for like a final edition. Like, these guys are out of their freaking mind. I mean, like, and that's like, you know, I'm going like, I need like a truck or an SUV because I don't really have a vehicle right now that I can literally drive in really all weather conditions, right? I got a Demon 170 that I can't drive in the rain, and I got a C801, not 01, but C8 Z06 that I can't drive in all weather with its sticky tires with the Z07 package on it. So I'm going like, I really need an all weather vehicle. I'm going like, oh yeah, I would love to go buy a TRX, but I can't wrap my head around spending $120 some thousand for a TRX when I bought one for like 90 grand, like literally fully loaded, like what, 2021, so that's what, 3 years ago. So it's like, I just can't mentally do that crap. Like, I had to go buy a used one in order to have my head wrapped around the concept of buying another TRX. And then I'm going like, well, Escalade V, at least I can go order a brand new one. And I'll have, and like that vehicle's been consistently been in the 150K range, right? And I'm pretty sure I can go find an Escalade V if I order a new one at invoice prices. But you can't really go find that crap at these Dodge dealerships. You can't really go find invoice prices on a lot of these vehicles. So let me see. I could have sworn I saw there was, I could have sworn I saw there was one dealership that said they, did they say, I could have sworn I saw them do a clip where they said that they, they do orders at MSRP. I could have sworn I saw that there was a Cadillac dealer who said that they do orders for Escalades at invoice. I'm gonna go put that on my daggone Instagram. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I can go find me a Escalade V at invoice price and probably lock one of them suckers down. But that's kind of like my conundrum now. Do I go get me an Escalade V for the wintertime? And do I get rid of my my Z06 for now until I can get my ZR1? But I don't really want to get rid of my 06. I'm going like, shoot, if the dealer who said they can give me a 01 at MSRP plays games with me, I'm out a 01 and a Z06. I'm going like, so I might kind of push off getting a Escalade V. But like I said, I just like, I mean, like I was already, like, you guys don't really know, but I was already like a General Motors person. But Dodge literally brought me over to the Mopar brand only because of Hellcats. Now there's no Hellcats, there's no supercharged V8s in the brand. I don't want to have vehicles in the brand. There's literally no Mopar vehicle right now that I want to go to the dealership and go buy. Like, it's like gonna be brand new. There's like zero, nothing. The only thing that would bring me back to Mopar in the future, within the next 5 years, it would have to be either a V8 Viper, a V8 Viper, a V8 Viper, maybe another supercharged. Well, you know what? I would say a supercharged Grand Wagoneer, but that car, that thing is just so buggy. I don't trust it. But I would say probably the only two things that bring me back to Mopar within the next 5 years to buy another vehicle from them is a V8 Viper Because I think the Viper is one of the best looking vehicles out there. Like even the older ones are awesome looking. A V8 Viper or another V8 supercharged TRX. Other than that, there's like literally nothing this brand offers that I want. Like I don't even want the HD truck. Like that's another thing I want. I want an HD truck, and I don't even like how the and I don't even like how the HD trucks other than the Power Wagon looks. I think the Power Wagon is great, but I want something that tows. I wish they had like a towing Power Wagon. But I think the Rebel kind of is like that. I think the Rebel, but no, I think the Rebel still like an off-road variant, just with a diesel engine in it. But like I said, there's really nothing within Dodge, or not really just Dodge, within all of Stellantis that makes me want to go buy another vehicle from them. Like I said, I can go to GM right now, and the next 5 years, I can think I want to buy a ZR1, I want to buy Escalade V, and let me see, that's about it. That's about it. Those two right there. And then from Ford, I will buy a Mustang. Probably buy a Dark Horse and get the 800 horsepower kit on it. I know a friend of mine, he's getting him a GTD Mustang, and I'm definitely gonna go and actually go take a look at that sucker when he actually goes and takes delivery of that thing. I think that thing will be freaking awesome. Like I would love to go ride that GTD. It seemed like it was a lot easier for guys to get approved to get the Mustang GTD than it was for people to get approved to get the what's that, the Ford GT, the new one. Because I mean I've seen a lot more YouTubers get approved for the Mustang GTD. Because I think Stamo got approved. I think I saw what this Shmee 150 say he got approved for a Mustang GTD. I think he said he got approved for one too. And I know another YouTuber. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't know what he can put on the channel or not. But I think I know 2 more YouTubers that got a Mustang GTD allocation. So hopefully I'm gonna go see his when his comes. Let's see. As a Gen Z, I grew up with the sedan Charger. Yeah. GM and Ford did the smart thing by keeping the V8 engines in their full-size pickup trucks. Yeah, that's why they're gonna freaking sell. The Viper should have came back with a Hellcat motor. Ralph Giles in a recent interview was talking about he tried to get another generation recently, but they knocked that idea down. Yeah, oh yeah, man. Like I saw one. He was on a podcast yesterday. He said he was fighting hard to get a next gen Viper, and I'm going like Stellantis is stupid. Like they could have easily took a freaking Maserati MC20 and just took that platform. If they started off like 120K, I think the Viper would have sold. So start off 120K, 700 horsepower, and then make an ACR variant that's basically gonna be like a 01 killer. Right, started off with like don't even have like a base Viper, like don't even have like a 60K Viper. Have like a 120K Viper whose first mission is to take out the Z06, and then you can have GTS or whatever or ACR or whatever. You basically start out with the Viper taking out the Z06, have one version take out the E-Ray, and have another version take out the 01, and then boom, your last finale, take out the Zorro when that comes out. And the Viper has to be V10. Like I know the Viper has to be a V10, but like even the exotic car companies are downsizing their engines, right? The replacement to the Huracan now it has a twin turbo V8 in it, right? Ferrari is going away from their like V12s, V10s, and like what SF90 is a V8 hybrid, right? So you know. What was that? Koenigsegg's 4-door hypercar? That's a V8 engine in it. So these companies are moving down to V8s because there is a lot of power to be had out of that vehicle. And just with the Z06, you change the crank in the Z06, it sounds way different from a Stingray. The sound of a Stingray and a Z06 is leagues apart from one another. And really the only difference is what? Flat plane crank, traditional crank, right? So it's like you could take a freaking 6.2, 6.4, redesign it, flat plane crank that sucker, And I think that thing will be a monster, right? Imagine like they be able to take a 6.2 like that and have like a naturally aspirated like 6-7 horsepower 6.2, and then slap a turbo on the daggone thing and make like 1,000 horsepower. That'd be crazy. Oh, what's up, love off you? But yeah, I understand the Viper has to be a V10, but I mean they would have to. There's no way they would make a V10 and that would be the only vehicle that V10 goes in, right? Like maybe if that V10 went in like multiple vehicles, like they brought back like the SRT 10 truck, maybe if they, but people don't like make street trucks. Like I don't know why they don't like making street trucks no more, but like that'd be the only way that V10 would come back if they made a next gen Viper. They had to put it in the Viper, a pickup truck, and probably put it in like a SUV, maybe like hell. Oh, it'd be crazy. They put one in like a Grand Cherokee. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, like I think like the easiest way forward is for them to take maybe a 5.7 or a 6.2, redesign it, put all new tech in it, make the base version. Like if it's a 5.7, make the base version 500 horsepower. If it's a 6.2, make the base version to be 700 horsepower, and then throw twin turbos on it, double the horsepower, maybe make 1,100. Since the ZR1 can make 1,064 horsepower, I don't think 1,100 horsepower is outside of the realm in like a 6.2 twin turbo. Like I don't think like this. Like I mean. Dodge already had engineering a lot. They literally had the best engine. It's just that they rested on the laurels and they never upgraded from there, right? Like no one thought that having a 700 horsepower engine in 2015 would be even possible. They literally set the bar, and then once Dodge set the bar, they barely went up above that bar. Okay, 7 horsepower. Okay, 807. 700, 807, 840. Like we're going a little bit higher. And then everybody else going like, oh, okay, we're catching up. Now, okay, 1,000 horsepower, and then boom, 1,000. Like they just didn't upgrade. Like GM, like how many different generations of engines did GM go through in 10 years? Right? They went from LS engines 10 years ago. Now they in what LT6? Right, they went to what a LT1. Don't they have like a LT4, a LT5, a LT6? So GM went to like multiple generations of engines, and Dodge literally stayed on the same generation of engine in 10 years, and GM already moved to another one, right? And then they when they upgraded to this new generation of engines, they made it so that they're compatible with boost and compatible with hybrid systems. So, like, honestly, like that should have been the main priority of FCA, was to basically move on to the next generation of V8 engines. Like, I'm pretty sure, as I said earlier, they could have went into a collaboration with Tesla and have Tesla help them design a hybrid drivetrain to go along with the V8 engines in exchange for a contract where let's say they went to a contract for like 10 years, they agree to buy X amount of dollars every year in emission credits, right? Like that would have been a beneficial relationship. Tesla would have made money from the emissions credits being bought. Dodge would have made money from, being able to put more engines, more, V8 engines in more different variety of vehicles, not having to worry about paying, not carbon credits, but paying the emissions penalties, right? So like they could have been like, well, if they would have entered a partnership with Tesla, imagine you could have had in the meantime, right, while this whole new hybrid drivetrain with collaboration with Tesla could have done, you could have seen a Hellcat engine in literally everything. You could have seen it in the next gen Grand Cherokee. You probably could have seen a Hellcat engine in like a Wrangler, Grand Wagoneer, We already seen the TRX. We probably could have seen it instead of a TRX, have it in like a Ram Limited. I mean, you might be able to see, you know, Hellcat engines stay out longer in the Chargers and Challengers, maybe for like another year or two until they actually got the next gen Chargers online. So I don't know what I'm saying. It just these executives, like the wrong executive, can either float or sink your company. And we've seen that this European partnership or dictatorship, whatever you want to call it, has literally sank the brand. Like, these guys are struggling so bad. And as I said earlier, there's nothing that's coming down the pike in the next 5 years that's going to convince me that there's anything that this company can do that's going to turn the tide to give them record sales again. Like, they're not ever going to get record sales again. Like, they're going to literally just give away cars. And that's not going to happen because the dealerships are going to basically overcharge on every vehicle because they cannot get profit margins, because Stellantis messed around the profit margins on the older vehicles, shrinking the profit margins. So now these guys have to charge more to get back the profits that they lost. So I just don't see, like I said, in the next 5 years, I don't see anything that's going to turn the tides. Like, the only thing they're going to basically do is piss off the UAW. That way they can get people out of work and produce less vehicles. That way they can sell the products that are on the lots. Because as I showed in other videos, right? I showed in previous videos where Stellantis themselves, the girl who quit, who's head of software, she said that Stellantis is not a car company. It is a technology company. And I said this in videos before. Stellantis is not trying to sell a record number of vehicles. They're just trying to sell enough vehicles. And then once you buy that vehicle, they're going to try to upcharge you on software, right? Like, they're going to not offer so many trims and vehicles going in the future. Now, they're not going to try to sell record numbers of cars. They're going to basically try to get you into a car, and then everything in that car is software locked. You're going to pay extra to unlock speakers. That's what the girl said. You're going to be able to pay extra to unlock the extra speakers in the car. The car already had the speakers in there. Because she said that one of the things that you're going to pay for is premium audio. That's going to be an upgrade that you pay for in the car. So whether that means the subwoofer is turned off, or like maybe certain frequencies are turned off in the car to make it sound worse, or maybe they just don't turn certain speakers on. They literally said that was one of the things they're going to do. And Tim Knissen said in an interview that some of the drive modes that's going to be in the Charter Daytona, you're going to have to pay extra for when you actually buy the car. So, and like I said, this is not me making it up. Like, I've shown clips of this where these people have said on video that this is the type of stuff you're going to pay extra, right? What the girl said that for Dodge, you're gonna be able to unlock horsepower. I mean, that's not beyond the realm of possibilities, because Tesla, you can do an unlock and unlock more power in your Tesla. So they basically copy Tesla on that crap. I think, oh yeah, the girl also said that in order to get more payload capacity in your Ram truck, you're gonna be able to buy more in the vehicle that is already equipped in. So when the Ram Rev comes out, will you be able to only hold maybe 200-300 pounds of payload in the vehicle, and then you pay extra for it? The next you know, you can hold 500, 600, 700 horsepower and 500-600 pounds of payload capacity. Like I said, Tim Knissen said in a video that some of the drive modes you're going to pay extra for in Charter Daytona, because he specifically said that if you want to buy track mode, you can buy track mode for the weekend to basically rent it from Dodge, and then next thing you know, you'll pay like another cost to keep it permanently, right? So yeah, so like like I said, there's like really nothing that these guys can is going to do to make me think they're gonna try to sell a record number of cars. They just want to sell just enough vehicles to upsell you on stuff when you actually buy it. Like, it's gonna be crazy. You're gonna have your phone. The next thing you know, hey, you got these unlocks available for your vehicle. Hey, can I unlock the payload capacity? Okay, I'm gonna go buy that crap. A couple $1,000s. Hey, can I unlock the ability to do drift mode in my Charter Daytona? Oh, let me pay for that. Oh, let me go ahead and pay for extra payload capacity. Hey, let me go ahead and pay for extra range in a vehicle that I've already paid for it. So I still haven't seen an update on that law in New Jersey. There was a law in New Jersey that I did a video on, I think almost 2 years ago, where they were trying to ban car companies from doing crap like that, right? Like the same crap that was it BMW tried to charge people that have a subscription fee to use heated seats in their car, even though the elements for the heated seats is already installed in the vehicle. So they're trying to pass a law that prevents these companies from charging subscription fees for items that are already pre-installed in the car that doesn't cost them any money for you to use. Like, so like if you use Super Cruise, for example, paying a subscription fee with Super Cruise makes sense because they got to keep updating the roads on it. They got to keep updating the software to actually read the new roads. Or like for OnStar, where you got to, you know, all the GPS tracking, all that stuff. Okay, that makes sense to pay a subscription fee. It doesn't make sense to pay a subscription fee to use your heated seats, your cooled seats, unlock payload capacity, unlock extra seats, and think that it's okay to get away with it. Like, they already gonna charge you. Like I said, the Charter Daytona Scat Pack is gonna be $80-something thousand. How much money are you gonna have to spend to unlock the rest of the stuff that's in that car when the first customers actually start to buy that car, right? So I'm telling you, man, it just freaking crazy. It just freaking crazy that we're getting to this point that some European thought this was a great idea, and we just left the era of some of the greatest vehicles. Like, there's no question that the Hellcats, whether or not it's in the Challenger, the Charger, the Trackhawk, the TRX, were some of the great, or Durangos were some of the greatest vehicles to that. I mean, like I don't even know, like for like $100,000, there's never been greater vehicles than those vehicles from FCA. Like, those vehicles put FCA on the map, and then they follow up with this nonsense of having a Charter Daytona that's $80-something thousand, 6,000 pounds, 670 horsepower, and it can get smoked by Tesla Model 3 Plaid. Not Tesla Model 3 Plaid, but Tesla Model 3 Performance. And when I did a comparison video, even a Hyundai EV can beat that daggone thing, right? So it's like, man, it's just crazy how in the world these guys thought this crap was a good idea. And I think this company's done. And Chevy, like I said, with the ZR1, is showing how these guys are freaking done. Like, the ZR1 just basically just shows how bad decisions, like, once they saw that a regular Stingray was a thing, they should immediately try to get the let me scroll that down. There we go. They should have tried to immediately get a Viper into production. Chevy's allegedly testing a new version of 5.5 liter V8, but in a cross crank form. Oh Lord. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Bro, you losing weight. I see you, bro. Oh yeah, I done lost like I was like maybe like 270 in like June, and I'm like 218 now. So I'm like 50 pounds down. So I'm gonna lose probably like trying to lose like another like 40 pounds. So you'll probably see those next 40 pounds probably by either January or February. So I'm gonna be skinny. I gotta lose weight in order to make my demon faster, right? That's another way to make a demon faster, right? Weight savings. Oh, hopefully Camaro. Like, I mean, when is Camaro coming back, or maybe it's the I don't know, the Trans Am Firebird or something like that. If they basically bring one of those vehicles back, I was like, man, like, it'd be awesome if Tim Kniss headed up Pontiac, and Pontiac just basically was just a performance division of GM. Like, all they do is just make performance vehicles. Um, dude, you're melting. What are you doing? Oh, now basically me, like I learned years ago how to lose weight, right? Like I learned a long time ago, back what 2016, 2017. I went from like 270 down to like 170. So I had lost like 100 pounds, right? So like I know how to actually, lose weight easier now. But it's basically just like I said, for first you gotta start off not drinking any calories, drink water. Then you gotta start off by changing how you eat, stop eating fast food and meal prep. And then the next freaking thing is I do a lot of fasting. So instead of eating from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night, right? You just start shorting that window down. So start you're eating from like 8 to 8, and then start shrinking it back and go from like maybe like 8 o'clock to maybe 6 o'clock, and then go from 8 a.m. to maybe 4 p.m. and then go from 8 a.m. to like maybe 2 p.m. and then go from 8 a.m. to noon, and then just get used to like every couple weeks, take like an hour off and eat all your food within that short time period. So like now, if anything, I'll eat something between like maybe like 9 to 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah, between like 9 and 1 o'clock, I'll eat all my calories for the day. And then I fast the entire rest of the day, and I'll like drink water and stuff. So that's a good way that I can that I know for my body type, because I carry a lot of weight. So that's how I lose a lot of weight. So, like I said, I've done that crap before where I've lost like I said, I went from 270 down to like 170. And I think it took me like 6 months to lose like 100 pounds. And the beautiful thing was when I lost that weight, I didn't have stretch marks. So, it just takes time. Just takes time. But yeah, let's see. They should just appoint a North American CEO. Well, the problem with that, love by few, if they just appoint a North American CEO, Carlos is still in charge. Like they literally just need to get rid of Carlos. And I was watching TK's video. I've been watching a lot of TK's videos in my downtime, and he was like, Tim Kniss is, I guess, turned down the chance to be the CEO of Stellantis, probably because of some I don't know, contract language in the background. But yeah, like I said, I think if anything, best case scenario, Dodge just need to be sold off, split off. Just take Dodge, Chrysler, introduce another pickup truck back into them, and maybe Tim can just hit it up. Like honestly, like I'm pretty sure, like honestly, I would say best case scenario, if Elon Musk bought Dodge and Chrysler, and then allowed that company to basically make V8 cars and trucks and SUVs, and then get emission credits from Tesla. Like I think that honestly be like the best case scenario. Could you imagine if Elon Musk can make a freaking rocket that can catch itself? What do you think he can do to a V8 engine? Right? I mean, right? I mean, well, like that would be freaking crazy. So I mean, like he can literally have the best of all worlds if he was able to like basically like, hey, look, Tim Kniss, I'm gonna buy Dodge and Chrysler from Stellantis, and I'm gonna basically just put you in charge of it, and then any R&D and stuff, we'll take care of the R&D and stuff. And you just tell us what you need. We'll R&D it. We'll make the cars cheaper, and go from there. And we'll get you credits. I think that'd be like basically like the best case scenario for everyone involved. Oh, hold on. Hold on. What does that comment say? Keep it up, bro. Taking delivery of my D170 video was the fat boy evidence. Oh yeah. Yeah. I had a. Yeah, I had a real. Hold on, let me pull this picture up. Let me pull these PCs. Yeah, I was definitely a huge guy. Huge guy. Oh Lord, I don't even have the picture on my phone. I'm gonna go look for it. I think TK took that picture. But yeah, I was definitely a huge guy back then when I took delivery of my Demon 170. Oh man, we've been on for an hour and a half. But yeah, I'm basically get off of here because like I said, I need to get back into making videos and stuff. Because I got Z06s, Demon 170s, and I got to save up for a ZR1, and hopefully I want to get an Escalade V, but shit, that's a lot of dough. But I'm definitely gonna get back into making videos and stuff. Like I said, I took a bunch of time off because, like I was telling you guys in other live streams, I had a lot of family health issues going on, and like I said, unfortunately, my uncle that lives with me, he finally passed away from cancer. I had to battle him for over like 4 years and stuff. So that was a difficult thing to deal with because my uncle, he was basically the uncle I had that kind of taught me a lot of stuff when it came to actually doing working with my hands, like learn how to build houses, cut stuff, build stuff, drywall. Like he was basically like my uncle that kind of showed me how to be like a jack of all trades because a lot of people in my family are carpenters. So I used to always go on projects with him, and actually a lot of times when I don't work in IT, I will go work on construction projects with him. So that was a kind of like a very difficult loss to deal with. And so he just literally just passed away last week. So that was already difficult. And then I already told you guys a few months before that crap, I got another family health issue that's basically gonna be about the same thing, but it's I don't know exactly when it's gonna happen. It's just another kind of ticking issue that's gonna happen, but I'm pretty sure after that one I'm gonna disappear for a little while too. But in the meantime, like I said, I'm gonna get to making videos and stuff. I'm probably gonna make more kind of like off the cuff impromptu videos because I don't really have I got so much stuff I got to catch up on that I really don't have the time to do as much research as I did to on a lot of my older videos. But I mean, I got stuff to where I got to talk about a dealership trying to mess people about getting security updates done in the car, all the stuff going on about production stuff moving, all this UAW nonsense going on, this crap right here going on with the ZR1, Charter Daytona issues, other stuff getting pushed back. You know, a lot of other stuff. I got to try to do a career change. I'm trying to get out of IT and jump into real estate and stuff. So I got a lot of stuff that I got to get done. I'm starting another channel too. So I got to get back into editing videos like quick, fast, in a hurry. So I'm gonna have this channel and probably like 1 or 2 more channels depending on how fast I get started with those suckers. But I'll let you guys know when I start all that stuff. I actually created it, but I haven't posted a video on it yet. But I'm still gonna make videos over here and stuff. I'll probably do like maybe like a research video where I do like more in-depth going behind the scenes and stuff, maybe like once a week or once every 2 weeks, and then do like more videos where I you know, comment on more like newsworthy stuff going on, or like stuff that my sources tell me, because I have literally a month worth of people coming to me in the background about their demons, about dealerships having issues, about you know, people who work at Dodge having issues, people who work at the UAW having issues with stuff. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and it was like, you know, it's like, you know, I really don't like making negative videos all the time because, I mean, who want to talk about negative crap all the time? But, you know, that stuff going on, everybody I know is having issues with some crap going on. Stellantis being shady and stuff with people. I had a death in my family. I might have another one in my family sooner rather than later. So it's like I had to kind of take a break from doing negative videos. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Thank you guys for I see some of you guys tell me thank you and sorry for my loss and all that stuff. So I do appreciate that. I'm not out of the woods yet. I got to do one more, and that one's gonna be very painful. So So if you remember what happened to OC Motivator, that's gonna give you a hint about what's gonna happen the next one that I have coming down the pike. So I'm gonna see you guys later. I'm definitely gonna go work on this ZR1 video as soon as I get done with this and start posting videos and stuff. I got a crap load of shorts to post, so I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna see you guys in videos and post a lot of videos. I gotta kind of play catch up to pay for these cars, and then to figure out what's going to be the next vehicle. Like I'm gonna grab something next year. I don't know if it's gonna be a ZR1 next year or Escalade V next year, but we will see. Maybe sooner or later. Maybe I get rid of Z06 for right now. Maybe I get rid of Demon, but we'll see. But I'm gonna see you guys